So, I was really looking to get certain concepts related to startup, related to design thinking refreshed. But I think when I came over here, I've learned certain new things. So, one specific thing that I think I found very useful, and I'm sure that will stay with me for quite some time, is how you have broken down the whole startup journey into the user life cycle. Is he an initial adopter, or is he someone who has used the product? So depending on the user life cycle, we need to ask ourselves different questions and accordingly plan our activities. So I think this is one thing which is very important, which I haven't come across previously. This was very interesting because it had a nice mix of theoretical concepts that you took away, that you introduced first, and then really good relevant examples. So that made the session very engaging and interesting for me. To me, design thinking was more a set of generic principles which talked about focusing on the user, whereas this game thinking took design thinking a step forward, in fact maybe 2 steps forward, and provided us with in-depth templates and ways to attack the same set of problems.
I was completely expecting something specific like the games I'm using in daily life like PUBG and something. I thought you're going to tell about these things. Clearly, but once you start giving the examples and moving further in the presentation, the most important thing that I learned is engaging the superfans, the clients. They are focusing on development directly. Nobody is focusing on how first to interact with the customers, get their views. Does the application will work? Is it useful for them? So that part is missing, I think, in almost all of the applications that I have worked so far. So I think this is a very good session for me. I can use this in further applications and products.
So when I initially got to know about this thing, I was hoping something very generic information would be there, which is easily available over the internet, but I realized the thing were quite specific and action oriented. So the data was not very generic what we were expecting over here. So it was very good. One thing that I liked was the gamification part which you taught over here. So it was very much applicable to my product. So I've written it down and it was very useful.
So actually the current state that I'm stuck on right now is who should be my early adopters? Where should I target my people so that I get the better reviews out and expand it into future goals that I have? So the one thing that I understood is design it with the user's feedback. Understand them, what do they want, and build a product around it. You cannot have understanding of the entire product by yourself. Otherwise, you're just making a product for yourself. You're not doing that. You're making a product for your users. So understand them, keep on asking them, and keep making a small pivots. That's what I've understood from today.